All right. I noticed recently that I say all right at the beginning of every recording I have. Raquel was editing. She's like, okay, enough with the all right. So I noticed recently, actually, let me back up for a second. There's a concept in yoga. I'll just do like a quick little thing. It's been on my mind. It's a concept in yoga called samskaras, which is essentially the patterns or grooves of our mind. And essentially, it's if you think of a riverbed, right? And the water's going down this riverbed, and the more water goes down, the deeper and the more firm this riverbed becomes. So it's kind of similar to the patterns that we go through in our life, and they kind of develop as we get older, as we progress, as we learn new things. So you would imagine that it's pretty hard to develop new patterns. If you want to develop new pattern in this river, you're gonna have to start digging somewhere. But you can't just dig and then forget about it, because then the water's going to fill in whatever you dug. So it's a continuous digging up a new pattern. And I've noticed recently that I have this pattern of all the things that I love to do, I stop myself before I'm going to do them, and I somehow convince myself not to. I mean, I do it anyway, some form of procrastination. I convince myself not to do it, why you shouldn't do it, I don't know, not good enough, not strong enough, whatever it is. And I find there's a lot of correlations in yoga, on the mat, the things that, I'm not flexible enough, I'm not strong enough. And I think that the biggest thing is maybe not to say, okay, I'm going to just stop myself because I don't think I can do it, but to say, okay, hold up, why am I thinking this? What am I thinking? So the last time I stopped myself was like maybe before making a cake for somebody, some order that I had, was like, all right, well, why? What is it? Like, I'm afraid to fail at it. I'm afraid to. So again, it's not even the point of what it is. It's just, what am I thinking? Right? What are your thoughts? What's the thing that's holding you back or stopping you? And it's to bring that mindful awareness to what are your thoughts? Come back to your thoughts. Just bring the awareness to your thoughts. So we're going to practice with that in mind today. So if you grab a hold of a block and set up into a supported bridge, so set the block up just underneath your sacrum, lying down, feet about hip width apart. You can rest your hands wherever they land, wherever is comfortable. And just begin to settle into your thoughts. The thoughts that stop you, what keeps you going. And without judgment, just observe. I think in that observation somewhere, we can grow from that. Just take about 5 to 7 breaths, just settling in. On your next inhale, gently press the back of your head into the mat. Gather your shoulder blades together onto your back towards your spine, and then settle back down. Rest your hands alongside your hips down on the mat. Press your heels firmly down into the mat. Hug your sit bones towards one another. Activate your glutes. We're going to work on the glutes today. Activating the glutes, hugging towards one another. Press your heels down, lift your hips up. Big breath in. And exhale to lower, release any muscle activation in the outer hips and glutes. Again, inhale, press your heels down into the mat. Squeeze your hips together, lift your hips up high. Exhale to lower back down onto the block. One more inhale, press your heels down into the ground, lift your hips up. Exhale, lower. And this time, as you inhale, press your heels down into the mat, lift your hips up, lift your right knee up into your chest. You can straighten out your right foot towards the ceiling. Press your left heel down into the mat, lift your hips up a little bit more, inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee, step down, lower your hips. And do the other side. Inhale, press your heels down to the mat, lift your hips up, and hug your left knee into your chest. Straighten out your left leg up towards the ceiling. Press your right heel down into the mat. Lift your hips up a little higher. Exhale, bend your left knee, lower down to the block. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. Next inhale, lift your hips up just to move the block out of the way over to the side. Hug your knees into your chest for a moment. And then bring your arms out alongside of you in a T shape, palms facing down towards the ground. Press your palms firmly into the ground. Inhale. As you exhale, drop your knees over to the left into a hover. Press your left hand down into the ground, assisting you in the hover. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, drop your knees over to the right into the hover. Press your right palm down into the ground. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, over to the right. And keep using your palms pressing down as leverage. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, over to the right. And then inhale, back up through center. Hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around each other. Rock gently from side to side. Iron out the low back. And then step your feet onto the ground again in bridge. Bring your arms alongside of you, hovering off the ground, almost like you're trying to come into boat arms. Hug your belly button in and down. Inhale, lift your chest and head up off the ground. So just that top part of your body lifting up. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Exhale to lower. Do 5 more crunches. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep your belly button hugged in and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to lower. Press your heels down into the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock up and down. As you rock up, catch boat for a moment. Sit up tall. Exhale, rock it back the full length of your spine. Inhale, rock up, catch boat. And exhale, rock it back. 1 more, catch boat. Sit it up and rock back and rock up and over your legs and come into all fours. You can pad your knees if you like. And coming into cat-cow, grip the ground, tuck your toes. Inhale, arch your belly, drop your belly down towards the mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, untuck your toes and round. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, tuck your toes, arch and look up. Send your chin up. Good. Exhale, untuck and round. Inhale, tuck toes, arch, look up, chin up. And exhale, come back to a neutral spine. Walk your hands a little bit farther away from you so they're no longer underneath your shoulders. Hug your belly button in and up with the neutral spine. Inhale. Exhale, drop your forearms down to the ground, look forward. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, drop your forearms down, look forward. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, drop your forearms down, look forward, arch your back, look up. Exhale to round, tuck your tailbone down towards the mat as you gaze towards your belly button. And inhale, arch your back, look up. And exhale to round, tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone down towards the mat. And exhale to arch, look up, press your hands into the mat, lift back up and come back. Bring your hands back just underneath your shoulders. Take a deep breath in and send your right leg to the back of the mat. Lift your right leg up, toes are pointing down towards the mat. Gaze forward as you bend your right knee so the bottom of your foot sees the ceiling. Take a deep breath in, hug your belly button in and up, and begin to take 10 pulses, kicking your foot up. As you tuck your tailbone down towards the mat, kick your foot up, activating your right glute as you kick up, but your left side of your hips, your gluteus medius and minimus are hugging in towards the midline, creating stability in your hips as you continue to pump your foot up towards the ceiling. A big breath in. And exhale, straighten your leg out back behind you. As you bend your elbows, lower your chin down towards the mat. So your arms are coming into chaturanga arms. Grip the ground, lower your chin down. Inhale, push back up. And 2 more. Exhale, lower your chin down. Inhale, push back up. Last one, lower your chin down. Inhale, push back up. Drop your right knee down towards the mat. Kickstand your right foot out to the right. Lean into your right hand and send your left foot to the back of the mat. Lift your left arm up, modified side plank. Press your right hand firmly down into the mat, away from you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg to a hover. Exhale to lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Squeeze that left outer hip in. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Drop your left hand down. Drop your left knee down, coming back into all fours. Tuck your toes. Inhale, arch, look up. Good. Exhale, around. Inhale, come back through all fours and send your left leg back behind you to a hover. Left toes are facing down towards the mat. Bend the knee so the bottom of the left foot sees the ceiling. Again, hug your right hip in towards the midline. The left glute active as you go for 10 pumps, kicking your left foot up towards the ceiling. And big breaths in. As you continue to kick, hug your belly button in and up. 1 more inhale. 2 more pumps. Exhale, straighten your leg out behind you. Grip the ground. Hug your elbows in towards the midline. As you lower down for chaturanga arms, chin comes down to the mat. Inhale, push back up. 2 more. Exhale to lower. Tap your chin. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, lower. Tap your chin. Good. Inhale, push back up. Drop your left knee down towards the mat. Kickstand your left foot out to the left. Send your right leg to the back of the mat. Reach your right arm up. Modified side plank. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lift your right leg to a hover. Activate your right glutes. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower, come back to all fours, drop your belly, look up, inhale, arch, exhale, around. And inhale to arch, tuck your toes, grip the ground, begin to lift your knees up off the ground, press your hands away from you, coming into downward facing dog, straighten out your knees, and 1 knee at a time, and pedal out the legs. And come back to your thoughts. Your next inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot inside your right thumb, drop your back knee down. Untuck your back toes, reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana, inhale. Good, exhale, press the top of your back foot down into the mat, lift the back knee up. Pull the back foot, pushing it down into the ground like you're trying to pull it forward. You'll notice that your hips are lifting up. Activate that left glute, push the foot down, inhale. Exhale to slowly lower your knee down. Plant your hands, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. Step your right foot back to plank, inhale and plank. Exhale, drop your knees down, arch your back, slowly begin to bend your elbows, coming into chaturanga arms. Drop your chest and chin down to the mat. Big breath in. Exhale to unfurl, straighten out the legs. Hug your shoulder blades together onto your back. As you press your hands firmly into the mat, lift up, slide the shoulder blades down into cobra. Big breath in. Exhale, lower your forehead down, press yourself up through all fours. Tuck your toes, arch your back, press back downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot inside your left thumb, drop your back knee down, untuck your right toes, reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana, inhale. And as you exhale, press the back foot, top of the back foot down into the mat, lift your back knee up, drag your right foot down into the mat like you're trying to pull it forward towards the front of the mat. Feel your hips lift as you press the back foot down, inhale. Exhale as you slowly lower your knees down. Drop your hands down to frame the front foot. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee up, step your left foot back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees, arch your back, lower your chest down. Chaturanga arms, chin down. Inhale. Exhale as you straighten out the legs. Shoulders come up towards your ears, together onto your back as you press your hands firmly into the mat. Shoulder blades slide down as you lift up cobra. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat. Inhale. Exhale to lower your forehead. Inhale, press up through all fours. Tuck your toes, arch your back, and send your hips back. Downward facing dog. And take 3 breaths here. And just notice. Notice where your mind goes and why. Allow yourself to get curious. On your next inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, take a slow walk towards the front of the mat and forward fold. And bring your hands to your hips, arch your back, slight bend in your knees as you rise to stand in Tadasana. Arms by your side, shoulders hugging towards one another. Take a deep breath in as you reach up, look up. And exhale, dive, forward fold. Interlace your hands behind your low back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you straighten out your elbows and release your head and neck down towards the ground. And tuck your chin to your chest. Create a little bit more space in the back of your neck. One more breath here. Exhale to release your hands to your hips, arch your back, and rise to stand Tadasana. Inhale, reach up, look up, palms touch. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down, step your left foot to the back of the mat, back knee down, untuck your back toes. Inhale, reach up, Anjaneyasana. Palms touch, gaze towards your thumbs. And as you exhale, press the top of the back foot down into the mat, lift the back knee up, inhale. And exhale to lower, plant your hands, tuck your back toes, lift the back knee up, slide your right foot down the mat and lift it up and back for 3-legged dog. Inhale. And as you exhale, step your right foot inside your right thumb, back knee comes down, toes stay tucked this time. Inhale, reach up, palms touch, gaze up towards your thumbs, take a slight back bend at the top, inhale. And as you exhale, lean slightly forward with your torso as you lift the back knee up for humble warrior. Big breath in, micro bend the knee. Exhale, step it forward and fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, hands to your hips, arch your back, rise to stand Tadasana, arms by your side. Inhale, reach up, look up, palms touch. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down, step your right foot to the back of the mat, back knee comes down, untuck your toes, reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana, palms touch, gaze up towards your thumbs, slight back bend. As you exhale, press the back foot down into the mat, lift the back knee up, inhale. And exhale to lower, plant your hands, tuck your back toes, lift the back knee up, slide your left foot down the mat, or up and back, 3-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, step your left foot inside your left thumb, drop your right knee down, keep the right toes tucked this time. Inhale, reach your arms up, gaze up, slight back bend at the top, inhale. Exhale, tilt slightly forward, lift the back knee up for high lunge, micro bend the right knee, big breath in. Exhale, step your right foot forward and fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. And inhale, rise to stand, reach up, Urdhva. Exhale, hands to heart, Samastiti. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, fingers in line with your toes, bend your knees, look forward, lean forward into your fingers as you step or hop back, Chaturanga. And inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Press your hands firmly into the ground, push the ground away from you. Send your hips up and back a little bit more. And come back to your thoughts. Allow them to come and allow them to go. No judgment. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot outside your right thumb. For lizard, hug your right knee into the midline, grip the ground, gaze forward, inhale. Exhale, drop your left knee down and lean back, straightening into your right leg for half split. Flex your right toes up towards your face, inhale. And as you exhale, try to lift your right foot up off the ground. And then step your right foot down into the ground, rebend into your right knee, lizard, inhale. Exhale, lean it back, straighten into the right leg, lift the right leg up. And exhale to step and rebend. Inhale to sit it back, straighten through the right leg, lift your right leg up. Exhale to step your right foot, rebend, plant your hands, lift the back knee up, step your right foot back to plank, inhale in plank. Exhale, knees down, arch your back, chest down, chin down, gaze forward, hug your elbows into side body. Inhale, exhale to straighten out your legs. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, squeeze them together onto your back. As they're sliding down your back, press your fingers into the ground, lift up, cobra. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat. Hug your glutes together. Big breath in. Exhale to lower, press up through all fours. Tuck your toes, arch your back, press back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot outside your left thumb, lizard lunge, hug your left knee into the midline and squeeze your legs in. Big breath. As you exhale, drop your right knee down to the mat, straighten through the left leg, flex your left toes back towards your face and lift the left leg up. And inhale to step your left foot, rebend. Exhale, sit it back and lift. Inhale, rebend. And exhale, sit it back, lift your left leg up. Inhale, rebend, plant your hands, lift the back knee up, step your left foot back to plank, inhale in plank. Exhale, knees down, arch your back, chest down, chin down, gaze forward, hug your shoulders in towards the spine, hug your elbows in towards the spine. Exhale to unfurl, straighten out your legs, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, slide them down the back, press your hands into the ground, lift your chest up, inhale. Exhale to lower, press yourself up through all fours, tuck your toes, arch your back, and press back downward facing dog. And take 3 breaths. And just observe anything shifted. On your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward. As you exhale out all the breath, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Hands to your hips, arch you back as you rise to stand, Tadasana, arms by your side. And next inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana, reach your arms up, sit down into your heels, press them down into the mat, push them outward, activating your outer glutes, your outer hips. As you sit down a little deeper, hug your sit bones towards one another, hugging in, activating your glute max, right? So you have these outer hip muscles activated, push your heels down, push them outward, hug your sit bones together. Everything's turned on. Reach up, look up, inhale. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press your fingers down into the ground, lined up with your toes, bend your knees, look forward, lean forward, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press back, downward facing. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. And inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot inside your right thumb. Find strength in your legs. Hug your right glute in towards the midline. Hips are strong, rise up, high lunge. A big breath in to reach. As you exhale, drop your left knee down towards the mat for a tap. Good. Inhale, lift back up, left knee into your chest to stand. Good. Exhale, step it back, high lunge. Do 2 more. Inhale, exhale to tap. Inhale, rise up, kick. Good. Exhale, step it back. Glutes are strong, active here. Inhale, exhale, tap. Inhale, rise, kick. Good. Exhale, step it back. Big breath in. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Good. From your right hip, Press down into your right heel, down into the mat until you feel your outer hip muscles, your glutes activate. Legs are strong, arms out wide. Inhale. Exhale, flip your front palm, reverse warrior. Keep that bend in your front knee. Big breath in. As you exhale, begin to straighten through your right knee, pivoting towards the left, towards the back of the mat. Pivot your feet along with you. So you flip your right toes up. So you're in a high lunge towards the back of the mat. Right arm is pointing straight forward. Your left arm is onto your hip. Micro bend the back knee. Inhale. As you exhale, rise up to warrior three. Ooh, out of breath. Right leg is lifted. Activate your right glutes. Lift your right leg a little higher. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, slowly drop your right foot to the back of the mat and reverse warrior. Bend into the front knee. Big breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot at the back of the mat. Flip the back toes up. Step your left foot back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Big breath in. Exhale, let it out. Good. Inhale. Drop your forearms down towards the mat and walk your feet a little bit closer to coming into dolphin pose. Gaze at the space between your thumbs. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, drop your chin down to tap the space between your thumbs. Inhale, press back. Exhale to tap. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, press back up. Press your hands into the mat and press back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot inside your left thumb. Legs are strong to rise up, high lunge. And inhale to reach. And as you exhale, drop the right knee down just for a tap. Inhale, lift it back up and kick your right knee up into your chest. Exhale, step it back. Do two more. Inhale, exhale to tap. Inhale, rise, kick. Exhale, step it back. Last one, inhale to reach. Exhale, tap your right knee down. Inhale, rise and kick. Good. Exhale, step it back. Big breath in. Exhale, open up. Warrior two. Good. From your left hip this time, press down into your left heel until you feel your outer left hip, your glutes and your left hip activate. Legs are so strong. No one can push you down. Gaze over the left middle finger. Big breath. Exhale, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Good. Keep that bend in the front knee. Inhale. As you exhale, straighten into your left leg. As you pivot towards the right, back towards the front of the mat, back towards your right foot. Flip the back toes up, right hand on your hip. Big breath in as you micro bend in the back knee. Exhale, rise up for warrior three. Good. Activate your left glutes, lifting your left leg a little higher for this warrior three. Big breath in. Good. Exhale, micro bend the standing leg as you drop your left leg back and reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot. Flip the back toes up. Step your right foot back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, drop your forearms down. Come into dolphin. Walk your feet a little closer to your arms and gaze at the space between your thumbs. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, drop your chin down between your thumbs. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, chin tap. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, chin tap. Inhale, push back up. Press your hands into the mat and lift back to plank. A big breath in. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Awesome. And take 3 breaths. Notice your heart rate. Notice your breath. And observe your thoughts. On your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward. As you exhale out all the breath, grip the ground, and step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach your arms up. Begin to lift your heels up, coming onto all 10 toes. Sit your hips back a little bit more. Hug your sit bones towards one another. Legs are strong, glutes are strong. Reach up, inhale. As you exhale, straighten out your legs, still on your toes. Big breath in. Exhale to lower your heels down, arms down by your side, Tadasana. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, let it out. Good. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Heels firmly pressed down into the ground. Push outward until you feel your outer hip muscles, your outer glutes, your glute minimus and medius activate. Then hug your sit bones together to activate your glute max. Everything's turned on here. Reach up, look up, hug your belly button in and up. Big breath. Good. Exhale, dive forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, fingers in line with your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Lean forward into your fingers as you step, or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. And take a moment to observe. Hands press into the mat. Shoulders slide up your back. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot inside your right thumb. Legs are strong, rise up, high lunge. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. And bring your left hand behind your head as you gaze over the right middle finger. Hug your chin in towards your chest like you're trying to make a double chin, and push the back of your head into your hand, resisting with your hand, activating the back of your neck muscles. So you gaze towards the right middle finger. Keep that bend in the front knee. Press that front heel down into the mat. Big breath in. Good. Exhale to release the back of your head and reverse warrior. Inhale. As you exhale, straighten through the right leg, pivot towards the back of the mat. And flip up the back toes, left hand on your hip, micro bend in the back knee. Inhale. Exhale, warrior three. Good. Activate your right glute, lift your right leg a little higher. Big breath in. And as you exhale, bending the standing leg, slowly lower the right foot to the back of the mat, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot. Step your left foot back to plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, drop down to your forearms. So you're in a forearm plank. Looking forward, chin is forward. Inhale. Exhale, point your right toes, hover off the ground. Good. Drop your right toes, lift your left. Keep looking forward. Drop your left toes, lift your right, look forward. Drop your right, lift your left, keep looking forward, gripping the ground, drop your toes, plant your hands, lift back up to plank, and press back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot inside your left thumb. Legs are strong, rise up, high lunge. Good. Inhale to reach. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Right hand this time on the back of your head. As you gaze over the left middle finger, push the back of your head into your right hand as you resist the push with your hand into your head. Good. Your chin is coming back into your head, trying to make that double chin. Big breath in, keep that bend in the front knee. Left heel is firmly planted into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, release the hand on your head and reverse warrior. Big breath in. As you exhale, straighten through the left knee, pivot over towards the right, towards your right toes, the front of the mat. Flip the back toes up, right hand on your hip, micro bend the back knee. Inhale. Exhale, warrior three. Good. Good. Activate the left glutes, your left hip, lift the left leg a little higher. Inhale. Good. Exhale, bend the standing legs. You slowly lower the left leg to the back of the mat, reverse warrior. Big breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot. Flip the back toes up, drop, send your right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, drop your forearms down to the mat, forearm plank. Gaze back towards your toes. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, drop your heels over to the right. Lift your left arm up, side plank, forearm side plank. Big breath in. Exhale, drop your right hip down towards the mat. Reach your left arm to the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your hips up. Reach your arm over your ear. Exhale, drop your hip down towards the mat. 2 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. And squeeze those glutes together. Exhale, come back to plank. Flip the toes up. Gaze forward. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, drop your heels over to the left and reach your right arm up. And forearm side plank on the left. Hug your hips towards one another. Inhale. Exhale, drop your hips down towards the mat. Inhale, lift your hips up, reach your arm over your ear. Exhale, hips down, hand towards the back of the mat. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up, come back to forearm plank. Gaze forward, grip the ground with your hands, and press back to plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press back, downward facing. And big breath in. You bend your knees. Exhale out all the breath. And step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach up, press your heels down into the mat, push them outward, and activate the outer hip muscles. Now hug your sit bones together. Glutes are strong. Look up, hug your belly button in. Big breath. Exhale to stand, arms by your side, Tadasana. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. And heels firmly planted into the ground. Push them outward. Hug your sit bones together. Palms to prayer. Pull down to heart center and twist over to your right. Hook your left elbow outside of your right thigh. Use your leverage of your hands to come into the twist. Hug your right shoulder blade towards your spine. As you gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale. As you exhale, gaze down towards the mat. Begin to lift your left heel up off the mat and slowly step your left foot to the back of the mat. Once you find the stability in your legs, come back into the twist. Hug your right hip, your right glutes, hug them towards the midline. Big breath in. And as you exhale, open up warrior 2. Shoulder blade slide down the back. Right heel pressing firmly down into the mat till you feel your right glutes activate. Interlace your hands behind your low back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, straighten out your elbows, and bow inside your right foot. Humble warrior. That front hip still hugging into the midline, staying strong. Take 2 more big breaths. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands, bend into the back knee, straighten through the front leg, Skandasana to the back. Big breath in. Exhale, step back into your right foot. So you can grab a hold of your block off the mat towards the right for half moon. Lift the left leg up. So I have 2 outer hip activations here, the standing leg. Hug your outer glutes together, and the lifting leg uses the glutes to lift your left leg a little higher. Big breath in. As you exhale, square off your left hip down towards the mat, finger tops onto the mat, lift your left leg a little higher, activate your left glutes to lift your left leg. Gaze forward. It's one of the most humbling poses, because if you look at yourself doing it, I am not standing splitting anywhere. Big breath in here. As you exhale, rise to stand, left knee into your chest. And hands to prayer at heart center. Inhale. Good. Exhale, drop your left foot down towards the mat. As you start to lean forward, swing your right leg to the back. Warrior 3. Good. Activate both glutes, squeeze them towards the midline. Lift your right leg a little higher. Inhale. As you exhale, step your right foot over to the right and come into Malasana squat. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, back to warrior 3. Exhale, step to the right, Malasana. And one more. Inhale, warrior three. Lift it up. And exhale, step to the right, malasana. And inhale, back up, warrior three. Right leg lifts. Exhale, right foot down next to the left and forward fold. Grab a hold of opposite elbows and sway side to side. And get a little opening in the side body. Come back to the breath and observe your thoughts. Where do you stop yourself? Where do you push through? And so you inhale, come back to center, roll yourself up to stand and slide your shoulder blades down the back, arms by your side. Take a moment to observe the right and left leg. If you notice anything different. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Heels press firmly into the ground, push them outward. Feel the outer hips. Now hug your sit bones together. Feel your glutes. Good. Hug the belly button in and up as you sit a little higher. Keep all that activation. Inhale. As you exhale, palms touch. Come down to heart center and twist over to the left. Hook your right elbow outside of your left thigh. Use your hands as leverage into the twist. Hug your left shoulder blade towards your spine and gaze over your left shoulder. Big breath in. Exhale, gaze down towards the mat. Lift your right heel up and step your right foot to the back of the mat. Once you find that leverage, once you find that stability, leverage into the twist. And hug that left hip into the midline. Use it as your stability. You'll notice your hips lifting up and you hug them towards one another. Inhale. And exhale, cartwheel your hands open, warrior two. Good. That left foot firmly pressed down into the mat. Activate the left glutes. Interlace your hands behind your low back. Hug your shoulder blades together as you straighten out your elbows and bow inside your left leg. Humble warrior. Let your head hang. The legs are still strong. That left hip still hugging into the midline. Keep it active. Big breath in. As you exhale, release your hands. Bend into the back leg, Skandasana. Straighten into your left leg. And you can bring your hands to prayer if you like. Inhale. And exhale, re-bend into your left leg. You can grab a hold of the block on the left side, off the mat towards the left. Lift up, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Both glutes are active here. The left leg hugging in to give you more space in your hip, and the right leg squeezing in to lift your right leg up a little higher. Those right glutes are lifting your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, square your right hip off down to the mat. Hands on fingertips, gaze forward as you activate your right glute to lift your right leg a little higher. And keep lifting, keep squeezing your right glutes to lift the leg a little bit higher. And big breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands to prayer and your right knee into your chest to stand. Inhale. Exhale, drop your right foot down to the mat. Begin to lean forward and swing your left leg back for warrior three. And activate that left glute now to lift your left leg a little higher. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot over to the left, Malasana squat. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, warrior three. Lift it up. Exhale, step to the left, Malasana. Inhale, back up, warrior three. And shows control of the movement of the muscle. Exhale, Malasana. Good. Inhale, back up, warrior three. Good. Exhale, drop your left foot down to meet your right and forward fold. Grab a hold of opposite elbows and swing from side to side. And come back to the breath and observe. Need some space in the side body. Notice those glutes. Good. And then come back to center and roll your way up to stand. Shoulders shrug up towards your ears and slide down the back. All right, now if you have a wall, that would be great. If you don't plan on coming into any kind of inversion, you don't need a wall because we'll do step by step to get in there. But we are going to play with chin stand. Now, I know your first thought is, what? No. And that's why I find I had that whole spiel at the beginning, because I find it to be one of those poses. I mean, for me, everyone has their own poses. But I had a teacher once say the poses you hate are the ones that you need. And it's not because your body necessarily needs it, but it's because it's opening something in you and it's triggering some thoughts. So it's, what are those thoughts? Let's get to what are those thoughts? What are you thinking? Why? So I find with blocks or with support on the mat and off the mat, everything's easier. So he set up the blocks around shoulder width apart, and you set up your hands behind the block in your chaturanga arms. Okay, so you got the hands are turned slightly outward. Your elbows are hugging in so that the elbow creases are facing towards the front, towards the wall or towards the front of the mat. Okay, and then you drop your shoulders, move out of the way. All right, now by this, Billy's gonna go flying down the stairs. That's great. And you drop your shoulders down onto the blocks and then your chin. Now, in terms of weight distribution, I would say the most is in your hands clawing the ground, just like in chaturanga where you're trying to push away, hands are clawing the ground. So that'd be like 50% of the weight. Then you've got like 40 on the shoulders, 10 on the chin. So we're not trying to crank the neck anywhere. Then you could just come up here into dolphin, no pressure on the neck, just gazing forward. And you can play with lifting one foot at a time. And that's a good place to stay, playing with that activation of your fingers, of your arms hugging in. If you want, you can kick one foot up at a time, activating your glutes to hug your legs together to find stability, but use those glutes and use your hands. I really have no weight on my chin. Gaze forward, grip the ground, glutes squeezing in. Woo. And we can play with that, or you can play with any inversions you'd like. When you're done, come into some version of child's pose, with your fists stacked, and rest your forehead. We can play with handstand one, just get a little blood flow. But do something that challenges your thoughts, something that scares you, something where there's resistance. Find a space of curiosity and playfulness. All right. Wherever you are, come down. Stack your fists. Make sure you give your neck space to come back to neutral. Sit yourself up. And we're going to come into a double pigeon or Agni Stambhasana. So we'll start with the left shin on the bottom and stack your right shin on top. And they might not stack. It might look something like this. That's cool. We're going to play with it. Use both hands, one on your right knee and your right heel to sandwich. Kick your right foot into your left hand as you resist with your left hand and squeeze your hands together like you're trying to shorten out your shin. but maintain the kick of your right foot into your left hand. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower the right knee. Notice if it's gone anywhere. We'll do that one more time. Again, sandwich your right shin, kick your right foot into your left hand, resist with your left hand. Just keep squeezing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, notice if it went anywhere. And then lean back into your hands, fingers facing your feet. Step both feet onto the ground and knock your knees out from side to side, windshield wiper. And as much as we activate the glutes, we need to give them a little space, a little massage out. Let's come to sit back. Right shin on the bottom this time, flexing both sets of toes, and stack your left shin on top. Again, they might not go very far. It's about the max. Sandwich your left shin this time, kick your left foot into your right hand, and resist. So pushing your right hand into your left foot. Now squeeze both hands towards one another as you continue to kick the left foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, and drop the left knee down. Notice if you got any more space. Do that again. Sandwich the left shin, kick your left foot into your right hand, and squeeze your hands towards one another for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the left knee down. Notice, got a little more space. And lean back into your hands. Again, windshield wiper the knees. Massage those glutes. And then straighten out your legs. Bring your legs together. Set your hands up behind you, fingernails facing your feet. Squeeze your shoulder blades together onto your back. Puff up your chest. Tuck your chin towards your chest, so we're countering that neck extension. Press your heels down into the mat. Lift your hips up for a reverse plank. You can look up and let the head go, but I want to strengthen the back of that neck after all that work. Point your toes. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hips down. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, lift your hips up, chin to chest. Exhale to lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. And lower down onto your back. And bridge. Feet are about hips width apart. Hands alongside your hips. Palms facing down towards the mat. As you inhale, lift your hips up. Reach your arms up and over your ears. Press your heels into the mat. Push them away from you. And exhale to lower hips and hands. Do 2 more. Inhale, lift it up. Heels push away. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift it up. Good. Exhale to lower. And send your feet up towards the ceiling for a moment. Point and flex your toes. And then bend both knees, grab a hold of outer edge of your feet, the pinky edge side of your feet for happy baby. You can rock from side to side. And rock over towards the right and straighten out the right leg. Gaze towards your right big toe. And lock up through center and over towards the left. Straighten out your left leg. Gaze at your left big toe. And come back through center. Press your fingers into the bottom of your feet, just underneath the ball mound of your feet. Apply slight pressure as you continue to rock side to side. And then hug your knees into your chest. Grab a hold of opposite elbows. Bring your chin towards your chest. Touch your forehead toward your knees, curling up slightly. Kick your knees out into your forearms, making a U shape. Lower back is pressing into the mat. Big breath in. As you slowly lower your back down to the mat. Straighten out both legs. Arms come along by your side. Allow your feet to splay out and take up space. Release any muscle activation in your hips. Soften out your jaw. Soften your brow. And bring your gaze to the space between your brow as you settle into your thoughts, allowing them to come and go, and to just notice Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bringing your awareness back to your physical body. Stretch your arms overhead. Full body stretch. Point one foot at a time. Step one foot to the mat at a time. Roll off to your right. And when you're ready, push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Rest your palms facing down on your knees. As you sit a little taller, taking space for your own thoughts, awareness of your thoughts, how they can help you, guide you. Your hands together at heart center, bowing inward slightly. Take a deep breath in, sigh out the mouth. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste. Thank you.